People who know cigars may argue about which ones are the best. One thing we can agree on is which ones are the most famous. Gonna be going through some famous brands on this edition of Blowing the Budget. I'll meet you in the dungeon.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's your boy Q Morgan in the building. This is Blowing the Budget. Here we highlight those budget-friendly cigars as well as introduce our new smoker friends to the cigar lifestyle. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that like button. Automatically enter yourself into the monthly swag bag drawing. Pick out a couple of sticks, print up a couple of shirts, and I send it directly to your house. I'm excited to blow this Protocol Blue with you. Protocol cigars were created by two police officers, Juan Cancel and Bill Ives, rolled in the famous La Zona cigar factory in Nicaragua under the watchful eye of master blender Eric Espinosa. The Protocol Blue features a stunning Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro wrapper with Nicaraguan Habano binders and Nicaraguan filler, both from the Jalapa and Esteli regions. If you're fond of a spicy, strong Nicaraguan cigar, you should definitely try this budget-friendly $8 stick. So let's get into it. I want to welcome all my smoker friends to Blowing the Budget. Here we highlight those budget-friendly cigars as well as those premium sticks that appears on everybody's wish list. Today we blowing Protocol Blue. Don't know how I feel about this, but right off the bat I'm getting some cedar aromas. The retrohale kind of gives me a white pepper off the top, a little chocolatey, and this is just the beginning, y'all. So sit back, sit tight. We about to get through this whole stick for you. This is Blowing the Budget. This is a good return on the draw. The wrapper, if you look at the tip, I got a little crack right up in there, which is kind of affecting the pull of it, but I can manage. We're gonna smoke through this thing. Also, I did lose a little bit of my ash getting into the first third, so I got a little bit that's left right here. Lost that a little bit. It's kind of fine. It's not very stiff, so tobacco is actually firm. I do got a nice give bounce. However, like I said, the ash is very, I guess, fragile, if that makes sense. Now, of course, if we're using that grading system that many of us may deem as the authority, that cigar aficionado, we definitely may take some points away for the cracking in the wrapper. But again, overall, it's a decent smoke. I'm not sure if I will add it to the box, but I've been wanting to get into the Protocol line for some time, and every time I went to my local B&M, they were out. So finally caught them, and here we go. Yeah. That crack right there is affecting the draw really bad. You see that? Yeah, that's on. And I didn't cut very deep on my V-cut, so I'm thinking that might have been something. I don't know what that could be attributed to, but like I said, it's not so bad that I can't finish the stick, but it is a hindrance. It's definitely gonna impact what happens later on my experience with this stick, but we're going to enjoy this until it becomes a problem. Look, everybody has their favorite brands. However, one thing we can all agree on is which brands are the most famous. I've rounded up a list of my 5 most iconic cigar brands, as well as some attributes that may contribute to their fame. So we're about to talk a little shit about my 5. Cohiba is Fidel Castro's favorite cigar, originally made in small batches from the finest tobacco leaves by artisan cigar maker Eduardo Rivera. The Cohibas we enjoy in the US are actually made in Dominican Republic by General Cigar Company, which owns the rights to the name Cohiba on American soil. This little tidbit strikes the great debate conversation in regards to those fake Cohibas we tend to smoke. Alright y'all, we getting through the first third and we got some uneven burn on this Protocol Blue. And again, I'm not enjoying the experience simply because we got a busted out head on the cut. And I didn't really go very deep. You can see that under the line is where the crack is. However, my V does not touch that line area. So, not sure exactly what happened to my stick. See that side? That V cut is above the line on the cap. Same on this side. But again, we still gonna get through it. I gotta kind of hit it kind of funny. Look at that, it's busted. That boy busted. I'm sorry I can't get a good view for you, but there we go. We got some busting. Busting out. There we go. That's busted. That's all busted. No biting. No, again. See that cap? Good cut on the V, but on this side, it busted. And there's still no cut below that cap line. So this was a bad construction, in my opinion. Sat in a box for about 3 weeks. And I'm still here. We busted. So we gonna call it quits on this Protocol. This is just not a good experience. Look at that. That's just not what you want to do. So I'm sure there's a way that I can fix this, but I'm not that proficient with the glue and all of those things. But it's just not hitting. And I really wanted to get through this. I mean, if I put my whole mouth on it, I can get a good draw out of it, but who wants to do all of that? Again, we got that uneven burn. Trying to get it to catch up, but I don't know. Feel like asking for forgiveness rather than permission. So, of course, we lost the ash. And we're gonna smoke this one the rest of the way naked. Ashton Cigars was made famous by Wayne Gretzky. The only non-Cuban cigar to make this list, Ashton is produced in the Dominican Republic by American cigar producer Arturo Fuente under the moniker A. Fuente. He's famous in his own right for making cigars that compete with all of Cuban cigars. Well, y'all, we're approaching half and this cigar is just not holding up. It's not enjoyable. It's not hitting properly. The draw is whack. And again, it's attributed to all of the damage that happens at the head up there with that crack. So I'm trying to stick it out for y'all, but it's not looking good. We're hitting the half. Look, I'm no professional by any means. However, I do enjoy the opportunity to share with my smoker friends those sticks that I enjoy, as well as those that I don't. As for this Protocol Blue, it's not a very enjoyable experience. However, it's not a bad cigar. I'm just experiencing some, I guess, draw issues in regards to that crack that you see right there. It's cracked. All of that cracking has happened to my stick. So it's not very pleasing on the draw, but the flavor is there. I'm getting the white pepper on my retro. I'm picking up some chocolate and a little bit of light cedar. There's a subtle sweetness that's like a natural sweet, but it's not a sugary sweet, if that makes sense. Romeo y Julieta is the preferred cigar of Winston Churchill. Originally made famous as the rich man cigar, Romeo y Julieta has been produced in Cuba for almost 140 years. Similar to Cohiba, the production of Romeo y Julieta for the American market takes place in the Dominican Republic. The ones we enjoy in the US are exported by Altadis, a French-Spanish company that bought half of Habanos, the Cuban national tobacco company, in order to use the Romeo y Julieta name. And as you can see, the ash and burn has begun to even out. It doesn't hold the ash very well. I'm finding that the ash itself is very fragile, so it's not very windy in the dungeon, but if I do my test, right now we're good, but of course, if I do something else, or it gets a little longer, it's gonna fall off. So, Monte Cristo is the brand of cigar you're most likely to find in the hand of your favorite celebrity. It is also the world's favorite, owning 25% of the global sales of Cuban cigars. In fact, the Monte Cristo No. 4 is the best-selling cigar in the world. Monte Cristos are produced in Cuba and in the Dominican Republic, and they also are distributed to the US by Altadis. Well, y'all, we done got through half, and the crack has gotten even worse. We're still trying to make it through it, but again, I wouldn't call it quits completely on this stick. The flavor profile is very pleasant. It's a mixture of strong flavors, bold flavors. The pepper is pronounced. The cedar is mild. It's not cedar closet, but there is a woody texture to the flavor, if that makes sense. I'm also getting a nice chocolatey note. I guess that might be attributed to the Oscuro wrapper. And again, I'm just having a bad experience due to the crack on my head, but it's still drawing. I have to kind of doctor it when I puff, kind of hold it a certain way to get a full draw, but it's not so bad that I can't finish the stick. So we're gonna get through this whole stick with you. H. Upmann is one of the oldest cigar brands still in production. Once a favorite of John F. Kennedy, this brand was named for its founder, Herman Upmann, who was a German banker. They've been credited with the invention of packaging cigars in cedar boxes. This idea originated as a gift for its bank customers to advertise the banking brand. Today they're made in Cuba and in the Dominican Republic and are distributed to the US by Altadis. Well, y'all, we're gonna call this the home stretch. We're approaching the end of our session, and this definitely is a good cigar. However, I'm having a bad experience with it. This is a medium to full body. So if you are a mild smoker, this may scare you away. However, if you're willing to expand your flavor profile, I would definitely recommend the Protocol. I'll be trying this again. Hopefully I'll have a better experience next time so that I won't bust the head and have my wrapper unraveling. The strength, like I said, it may scare the mild smoker, but it's not so pungent that you'll turn purple. Whatever you're doing in this cigar lifestyle, whatever you're doing, make sure you keep it smoky, y'all. It's your boy Q Morton. Peace out.